Alright guys, so now we're going to do a reverse sear on a picanha. This is from Publix. This is almost 3.5 pounds. Gonna get it out of here, get it cleaned up, a little salt, pepper, garlic. I always do this kind of low and slow for a little bit on the dragon, and then heat her up, get her real hot, and do a reverse sear on here. This thing shouldn't take too long, but stay tuned. We're gonna get right to it here with our assistant Finn Dogs doing a little sniff. Alright, so we got her out. It's this why it's cap here, all this fat on there. I'm gonna shave a little bit off just to keep it out of the Kamado Joe. Don't want it on the grill. So we want some of it on there, but I'm just gonna shave a little bit of this down, not anything crazy. Just like with the brisket. You just don't want all this extra fat in here messing up your dragon, getting your temperatures all wacky, burning weird, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm not going to take a whole lot off. I'm not going to do much because I cook this like the brisket. Fat side goes down, but we cut all this off. You don't eat it. Made beef tallow out of it. We'll probably make some soap. Starting to get smoky. That's starting to go. I'm going to shut the dragon. Got it wide open at the bottom. I'm going to slow it down. And I do have the heater meter running. I am going to use this just so I can keep track of the temperature of the inside of this as it goes. I'm not using it to control the actual temperature that the dragon is running at. But it's nice to know what it's doing in there and what's going on in the meat without having to open it up and put the temperature probe in. So I'm going to, real quick, throw a little seasoning on here. And I don't do these things salt brined overnight or anything like that. You could. I just picked this up less than an hour ago from the store. I had it. We were going to do pork chops, but I was feeling beefy tonight, so we're mixing it up. Sprinkle this on here. Now on the dragon, I do have the heat deflectors are in the back. I'll show you when we open this. On all sides, bottom not as much. That's just going to kind of be fat and burny. About like so. Again, this is just salt, pepper, garlic. It's a blend by Kinder's. You can make it yourself. I just bought it because it was handy. This is getting going. I'm going to let the dragon come up to temperature a little bit more before adding it in. You can see here we're still pegging 150, and the heater meter says 191. That temperature gauge is about 50 degrees off from where I keep the probe in there, but that's what we're doing. And then this guy I'll just stick right in here like that, so it'll read what that meat temperature is, because we're doing this reverse sear, so it's low and slow at first, and then we're going to take the meat off, let it rest, get the dragon really hot, and throw the meat back on, let it get a sear on it, and then we'll go to slicing. So stand by, we'll be right back in just a second to throw this thing on. this up, and it's going to happen because we're already back up to 425 probably. Let this get going. It's coming on 7. This was a last minute idea for dinner. So we're going to let that go for a couple minutes, let this really get, you got that good smoke from that cherry chunk we just threw in there. And that heat coming up is just, it is hot. Could be hotter, but we're running out of time. Ideally, I would have done this a little bit earlier than getting out from work. Went to Publix, saw this. I was going to do, like I said, a pork roast, but changed my mind last minute. So it's almost 400 degrees, the heat coming off of this. Getting that fire started again. The bottom grate is, or the bottom slide is all the way open. So we're getting maximum air. This is with the basket, the ash basket in there, not that plate that comes with it. That's a much better upgrade in my opinion. It comes with the Classic 2 and 3, I think. I'm not sure. My Classic 1, I love this thing. I've used it for probably coming on 2 years now. It's time after 2 years to replace the little felt gasket here. I'll do that in probably the next couple weekends before we get up to Christmas. It's early December right now, but yeah, you can see this is starting to come up, so I'm going to scrape this off. Top one's a little burned, but it's holding on good, but this bottom is probably leaking some air. Doing another brisket coming up, so I want to have this nice and sealed in. I actually have it already, I just have to do it, so I'll scrape that off. But we're going to flip this, and then if you want good grill marks, you can see the direction of the current grate marks on here. If you pick that up with those following, so that's in line, and then you just know to flip that at a 90 to the way it was, now you have nice little grill marks on the bottom of this thing. So could have left it a little bit longer, could have had a little bit hotter, but we're getting hungry, ready to eat. So I'm going to finish this up out here just a minute. We'll take it inside. I'll show you what it looks like when we slice this puppy open. Okay, now we're going to do a little slice. There you go. Picanha on the Kamado Joe Classic I. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know. And we'll see you on the next video.